Are you utterly exhausted? Do you feel like you've been running on a spiritual treadmill, pouring out faith and effort, only to see the same monotonous landscape and the same stubborn problems? I'm telling you, that deep, pervasive fatigue you are carrying right now is not a sign of failure. It is one of the clearest signs God is shifting your season and preparing you for something big. This isn't just a comforting thought. It's a shocking reality you need to recognize immediately, because the enemy always ramps up the pressure right before your breakthrough. You must see these 4 undeniable signs to understand that the uncomfortable ending you are living through is the hidden prelude to a spectacular new beginning. The first and most easily missed sign that God is moving you forward is the profound, unexplained fatigue and disgust with the status quo. You are exhausted not because you've done too much wrong, but because you are emotionally and spiritually disconnecting from the old assignment. Your soul is secretly rejecting the things that used to occupy your time, the old conversations, the old habits, the old routines, because they no longer fit the blueprint for your future. This is the divine discontent, the spiritual warning that your tent pegs need to be pulled up. You are suddenly finding the worldly things you once tolerated repulsive, echoing the truth that when the new wine is ready, the old wineskins must burst. This leads directly to the second sign, the shocking clarity on relationships that must be pruned. God is giving you supernatural clarity to see who truly belongs in your next chapter and who was only meant for the previous one. This isn't about judgment. It's about divine surgery for the sake of destiny. People you once deeply depended on suddenly feel draining, competitive, or simply irrelevant. Remember the principle of association and destiny found throughout the Bible. God often isolates those he is about to elevate, much like he did with Moses in the wilderness or Paul after his conversion. The current uncomfortable distance you feel from certain friends or associates is God mercifully creating the space required for the new connections, the destiny helpers that are about to enter your life. But he will not force you to release your tight grip on the past. The third powerful sign, proving your season is shifting, is the unbearable weight of the gap between your current reality and your promised future. You are praying, declaring, and secretly seeing visions of a radical abundance, a healed family, or a massive ministry. But your physical reality is still shackled to the lack, the brokenness, or the smallness of yesterday. That excruciating tension is not a sign that God is mocking you. It is the unshakable evidence that your faith is developing the strength of a bowstring, pulled taut and ready to launch the arrow of your promise. This gap, this divine tension, is the final testing ground of perseverance before you see the promise fulfilled, fulfilling the pattern seen in Hebrews 10:36. You need endurance to receive what was promised. You feel like you're failing because the pain of seeing what should be hasn't yet materialized into what is. But I need you to understand, your current level of spiritual pressure is directly proportional to the magnitude of the big thing God is about to give you. Finally, the fourth sign you must pay attention to is the sudden, unbidden return of forgotten promises and dreams. That calling you put on the shelf 5 years ago, that business idea you buried out of fear, or that prophetic word you dismissed, they are suddenly resurfacing in your quiet time, in your dreams, and in your waking thoughts. with undeniable urgency. God is stirring the dead coals of your secret aspirations because the environment is finally ready for their fruition. He is reminding you of the specific promises, the very words He gave you, so that when the shift happens, you have the confidence to step into it without hesitation. This resurrection of the forgotten is your warning to prepare the physical infrastructure for the spiritual reality. Your fatigue, your relational pruning, your tension, and the resurfacing dreams are not random. They are the 4 undeniable markers that the countdown to your next season has begun. Stop looking back at the comfort of yesterday and aggressively step into the beautiful, big thing God is unfolding right now.